Middle school history teacher Marcela Chagoya is preparing for a school year that may be more challenging for her.
I have to prepare myself mentally because one of my concerns has been, am I going to see all my students back?
In a predominantly Latino neighborhood in Los Angeles, she worries some of her students could have been deported over the summer.
Children listen more than we give them credit for. And so they do worry about their classmates. They worry about their friends.
It stems from scenes like these, caught on video and playing out near schools in LA. Earlier this week, a special needs teen temporarily detained at gunpoint outside this school by federal agents. DHS says they weren't targeting the high school and the incident was a case of mistaken identity. But the fear is real. In January, the Trump administration did away with a long-standing policy preventing ICE agents from making arrests in schools.
Even if it's not your woe, your crisis, you're impacted by what you see, what you feel.
As an immigrant himself, Los Angeles Unified School District Superintendent Alberto Carvalho is encouraging teachers to be the protectors. Already, more than 1,000 employees say they will stand guard in areas near schools where there could be immigration enforcement activity.
Could it maybe be too much for a teacher?
Are we asking much of them? Yes, we are. Are they willingly doing what they believe is right at this moment? No doubt.
A huge concern for them is students not showing up.
We have been worried about attendance, particularly considering all that this community has gone through. What we have detected is a fluctuation of attendance in the areas surrounding specific federal actions that are known to the community.
Across the country, other school districts like New York, Chicago, and Denver also having to address immigration fears. But in an email, DHS saying they're protecting schools by preventing criminal aliens and gang members from exploiting these locations and taking safe haven there. Back in LA, the district has already reported a rise in virtual learning enrollment. But teachers like Marcela stress the need for normalcy and consistency.
We just want them back here with us, and hopefully it'll give them some sense of normalcy, because a lot of our students were not able to be out there having fun this summer. They stayed indoors because of fear of what may happen. And so we want to bring some back, a sense of normalcy back to them.
Let's bring in Camila Bernal in the studio live with us. Camila, so tomorrow, first day of school, what's that going to look like? Because, I mean, as a parent, you see police officers in front of a school and, like, immediately you get kind of freaked out. And yet, what will we see when we drop off our kids?
So one of the biggest things with teachers and volunteers and school employees is that they are specifically going to have these safe zones. So they're going to stand and try to give some of the families and some of the children sort of a sense of peace that they can walk to school or be dropped off. That's really the biggest fear for a lot of these families, is what happens between home and school. They maybe think that, you know, ICE agents will not go into the schools, but what about that time period where they're going to school? So there's a huge push on trying to help these families as they walk to school or as they drop off their kids. But there's also people that are raising money for, say, legal fees in case there are deportations, in case you do see agents. There's also money being raised to give families food, because there are families that don't even want to go buy food. And so there's this push also for teachers to learn about what to do, what their rights are, what the children's rights are, what the parents' rights are, so that if something does happen, it's the teachers and the volunteers who know what to do at that moment and maybe get them a lawyer.
Yeah, I mean, trying to learn in that type of environment is very difficult. Meanwhile, ICE, the federal authorities, like what are they saying about what we could see in the next coming weeks?
DHS says that they don't want criminals and they don't want drug cartels and people involved in all of this to see schools or church as sort of a safe zone where they can go and hide. And so they're saying we're giving them permission to do their jobs. That's what the Trump administration is saying. And they're also saying...
Giving who permission? Giving their agents?
The ICE agents,
okay,
yes.
Not the schools, but the ICE agents.
Giving the ICE agents permission to do their jobs, and saying essentially that that's not what they were able to do under Biden. And then also saying if they are going to go into a church or a school, they need a secondary approval before they get there, so you won't see a lot of that. But the concern is that you see it around the school, maybe not in the school, but around.
Yeah, Camila Bernal, thank you so much for all this reporting.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or watch live on our YouTube channel.